Hi there, Minna here. It's Sunday, 8th of December 2024. Wow, time flies. And here I am, like feeling this. There's a part of me inside that's like, oh, need to make videos, need to talk, need to share. And then there's a different part of me that is like, oh, really like resistant and wondering like what should I focus on, who am I speaking to, why am I speaking to, what am I trying to meet, some inner need. Obviously I'm gonna be doing things out of space of an inner need, but which inner need is guiding me, which inner need is kind of like the one that runs the show, shall we say. Because there are big visions, there's a lot of work to do, and it means like needing to focus, really. Choosing where to focus the energy, how to use my time, how to use my resources. And yeah, I think like as one is moving and navigating the way towards this new me, my new work, my new service, it's a journey, it's a process. There's a lot of things happening internally that need to kind of find their place to readjust our belief systems, our thought patterns. And that's like a really that's a really human experience, like we need the space and this time to transform inside into our new me. And it takes time, and it takes space. We can't be constantly like if we're constantly doing things for the outside world, we're not able to be available and present for ourselves to allow our transformation to happen. So learning how to slow down, to take space, to not rush things, it's a really big part of that transformation process, I find. And it's also very much connected to unraveling the conditioning that many of us have been brought up in, that more is better or faster is better. And as this world and society feels to be speeding up with like increased technology, internet gets faster, things are more automated, things are really getting fast paced. And some of us may have like these pleasing parts, the fawning parts within us that want to like keep the system happy, like it's really hard work to try to keep up with that, or like to compare ourselves as human even to this kind of computer technology. I think it's time to like create a bit of separation between ourselves and this world that is being mirrored to us through the internet, for example, and social media. Like, we're allowed to take space. Let's switch off. Like, you go reach out to the phone to find, or internet, or to find the resources that can support you, that help you, not to get there. Yeah, how do we use that technology really, and part of like in sharing these videos, I'm realizing that I need to be also mindful of like what kind of relationship am I creating with through my sharing, through my speaking. That it's I obviously crave connection as well. I want to know that what I speak and what I share has meaning and value, that maybe it helps someone else. And also it's like for me an important process to have this space to like express myself, to practice like speaking my truth, whatever it is that is showing up for me at the time, without like getting fixated or attached to what the outcome is, because it's just a snapshot capture from some moment. And yeah, practicing showing up, practicing being me, practicing using my time doing things that are meaningful for me. They might not always be like the easiest thing to do or the most comfortable, but you know what feels meaningful to me? What is my heart and my soul wanting and longing for? And yeah, it's not easy. Like we are really going through a big kind of like paradigm shift in the world. You know, like the political stage is like a chaos. I don't follow the news, so I have like don't really know very much about what's going on there. But what I hear and what I feel is kind of like the world is shaking, as the indigenous people say when the like in medicine work when the things feel intense, it's like the nature is balancing. The nature is balancing. Things are, you know, shaking off. The old stuff is shaking off, and our job is to stay like aligned and focused and grounded and connected to our breath and to our inner strength as the world rocks and part of our own, you know, because we're all like energetically connected and tied to that stuff that is falling apart. Obviously we're going to feel it. Yeah, so here we are holding space for ourselves and the world as we're all going through this collective experience of having becoming aware of new perspectives and new ways of seeing things, and becoming aware of the illusion, the lies that we believe, the lies that we perpetuate, the stories that kind of make us do things in a certain way which are not really good for us, that are belittling, disempowering for ourselves and others. Because we're not going to get forward if we keep like disempowering ourselves and others. Like we need to be allowed to like rise up and shine, and that doesn't mean we have to do more or be more or kind of like prove more from an ego sense, because we all have such different things to give and do. And what is the essence that each one of us came here to really do and share, you know? There are so many of us, and we're all so good at different things. And there are things that, you know, I'm good at that are easier for me, and then there's other things that, you know, I guess I could do them if I, you know, put a lot of time and effort into figuring it out. But there might be someone else who can do it like really fast with lots of ease and joy and love it and be satisfied by it. So why not share, you know, pay someone else to do the things that I don't want to do. I've been thinking so much about money lately. I mean, money has been fed to us as something that brings us... We've been told this story that money offers security, money offers happiness. And the money, it's interesting because collectively it's like I've just actually like last week bought my first Bitcoins, and okay, the value is going up, and you know I could have gotten stuck there kind of waiting for the perfect moment to buy, but you know I was thinking, no, I don't have time to go into that whole story for the long run. Okay, I'll put something there and watch it go. But it's totally opened up to me to this whole other reality, you know, like there's this cryptocurrency world, you know, there are people who probably have like masses of money, and like the meaning of money is just like totally like transforming and changing. The European Central Bank and the US have printed so much money, and it needs to be used, so that's what they're like lifting the prices. It's not like there would be a lack of money, but it's because there's an excess money, like hello. And at the same time, well, there's a lot of conversation about like, oh, we need more money to cover the taxes of maintaining, you know, supporting asylum seekers and pensioners and all of that. And it's like the people who are in the working class are feeling like squeezed, like to pay more, pay more, pay more. And where's the juice coming out of? Like, how am I going to earn the money to pay for everything? And naturally, like, it's not helpful to be there and get stuck in like this, like, oh, it's all like too much. Like, really needing to expand into this, like, well, money is changing, the value of money is changing. I'm allowed to like open up to receive more money so that I can like, pay my bills, get the things that I need so that I can like do my work, and it's also okay to have a little bit of extra to do something fun now and then, eat at a nice restaurant maybe, and to be able to like help buy food for other people who have less. So it's really, yeah, an interesting game, this money. I think for many of us there's a lot of stories that we need to let go of related to like the limitation of money. And money, if it's actually just a way of trading energy, how are we trading our energy? Throat chakra is having a go, having a process there, which is good. Talking here in front of this camera is vulnerable, and yeah. I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, what am I showing up? What am I showing up for? Why am I speaking? Who am I speaking to? I already mentioned this earlier, and maybe I'm sitting here talking now because I kind of like need to let the universe know, let myself know as well. Like, so these social media channels like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, they're kind of designed to like, well, keep people informed. And then also like, I guess, to like try to attract customers, paying customers. And actually, or that's what some people say. I guess we can use these platforms and software as we best choose. But what I'm here kind of like realizing in my own self is that at this time in history, in the place where I am, there's still like the plant medicine work is there kind of like in a bit of an awkward zone. There are people who work with plant medicines, I guess, that are having a hard time. Authorities are clamping down. Just the other day, I heard of a story in Sweden of the authorities detaining two indigenous people when they were arriving in Sweden, and they were saying that they were being detained because they're suspected of coming to Sweden to gather illegal funds, or basically to work illegally. And there's an association kind of like, oh, okay, medicine work, illegal. But actually, I am noticing that maybe the story is more about like we need to have the money thing kind of like in the system. But anyway, I could go on explaining and justifying and whatnot, but these topics of plant medicines, spirit, all of that, it's very delicate and not like open for all ears. And so I'm realizing that I need to create a separate space where it's safe to talk about these things openly. So I'm in the process of setting up a Kajabi account and learning how to use that whole new platform to create a membership community. And I hope that it could be like a nice space where there's like really, where we can get really, have the juicy conversations. I've been on the plant medicine path now for 9 years, like intensely studying and learning, and learning with different traditions. I'm married to an indigenous person who knows the medicine. I'm learning how to connect with the medicines, with the spirits of the medicines and the plants in whole new ways, learning how to understand the spirit realms. There's so much that is like my experience that I think is really valuable, and I would love to share, but I need to be in that kind of like a dialogue, a space where people are asking the questions, so I can then answer from my experience, of course. And so yeah, I'm excited about that, and my sense is that I will be continue. My focus is going to be going towards that space, and some online other courses and products that I'm working on to create. And part of the reason why I'm creating this separate space is because I also need to figure out new ways of making money. But my sense is that my soul and my spirit that's guiding me to begin teaching the things that I've been learning, and to create the community. And it does feel really, it feels like it's a good way to make this information accessible, more accessible. And yeah, so I'm excited to share that and see where that goes. But it goes back to like what I was talking earlier about how am I using my time. So it takes so much energy and effort to learn new things sometimes, especially when there is, like now in this modern technological world, a lot of things are turning out to be faster and easier, but it's like there's so many options, and like before you figure out like which app or which crypto wallet or whatever, what are you going to use? You have to change your whole new way of thinking, like learning how to use Canva and whatnot. It's fun and empowering once you have that eureka aha moment, but like before you get there, it's like a lot of like head scratching and frustration and irritation, and like trying to escape and like holding space for all those like heavy resistance stories, a lot of crying, a lot of like questioning and doubting. But I'm so grateful for the amazing like resources that I have, like mentors, teachers, a lot of like really good people like that I'm following on social media. It's so inspiring, my goodness. And so yeah, I'm excited to also start, different ways of putting this information out and forward. So, okay, it feels good to have reached out and shared this thing that is going on for me right now, to show up as myself in the space that I am right now. And yeah, let's see where this path takes us. So stay well. Wishing you a good rest of the December. Let's see when we connect again. I'm preparing to travel to Brazil in a few weeks' time. There's also so many things to like sort out, the packing list, to go to the jungle. It's like because it's such a remote place, and there's so many things to like plan, and then there's my husband Roy, whose family is like anxiously waiting for us, his kids, and he wants to bring them presents, and so we have to like buying a lot of things. The stuff that is available there is really poor quality, so we just bought like a bunch of knives and flashlights and things like that, basic stuff, batteries, battery chargers, and it's a lot to like a lot to think about. Yeah, but yay, happy to be on this journey with you, and thanks for listening. I'm glad you're part of my journey. It means the world to me. And you can follow me by joining my newsletter via my website, www.enchantedboa.love. Love. So yeah, looking forward to connecting more along this journey. Thanks. Bye.